He had, he's got that senior experience, and he's pitched well against them before, and his strike thrower. So, we decided to go with him, and if it didn't work out, actually we would have been out of that. Had some tough things happen in the first inning. We had a really close play at the plate that I thought could have gone the other way, and then we had a double play ball that would have got us out of the inning and happened to hit the kid, and so 3-run. They swung the bats pretty well, but we could have gotten out of it, I think, with 1 run or none, or 1 run anyway, maybe, and then we might have stuck with them again the next inning and see what happened. But I think we made the right decision to go to Meyer real quickly, and then they just were seeing the ball right out of the gate pretty well off Hayes, and Jonathan, we knew we could spin some breaking balls up there and throw some strikes, and he got in a pretty good rhythm once he got going, and I still thought we had a chance maybe our offense to catch up. The kid did a nice job pitching against us today. He threw the ball good downhill plane, and he got using his changeup for a while there and his breaking ball, and his fastball had a little bit of tail on it, and we had a little trouble. They got some easy outs on us, some choppers at third, they got some easy outs, some quick innings, and so that's why he was able to last so long. And we just had a little rough first inning. It's unfortunate because kids are ready to play. They played very hard in the first ball game. It's been a long, hot day out there, and we played really well last night. Just one little thing go one way or the other. We're not having to play 2 today, and who knows the difference. But that's the difference in the game, and we got to get 1 pitch better, 1 hit better, 1 little execution part in the ball game better. So we gotta go on, figure out how we're gonna do that, so we can get be a little bit more consistent and have a little more consistency during the course of the year.
Jack, I know pitching was a question mark for you coming into the regional. Can you talk about how overall your staff did in these 4 games, keeping you in these ball games?
Well, try to think. First ball game we played Coastal Carolina, and Kevin Poley did okay there, and then we came with some good relief pitching, and then and we swung the bats, so it gave us a little opportunity to keep ourselves going. And then the second ball game, Daniel Gosta, I thought he pitched very well in a tough environment for a freshman. He's got a great future for us. And then Dom Leone today, I thought was maybe his best game of the year. He looked fresh, he was throwing strikes, he had some good snap on his fastball, breaking ball, played well behind him. He had a few key hits that we needed to have, and then we were discussing who's going to start this ball game, but Jonathan Meyer, it was almost like a start for him really, but unfortunately, we spot him 3 runs there but he pitched well for his 8 innings. So overall, we pitched well enough, I think, to win. I think we just didn't quite hit enough. We had some opportunities. We had some opportunities in the game last night. We had some opportunities tonight, and it just shows you every run counts. The way things are. In the second inning, we got down second and third, 1 out. We gotta come up with a run there. We didn't come up with a run there. That was a big thing. I knew that could be a 3-1 ball game right there. That run was going to help us or hurt us before it's all over, and I was right about it. But those are the little things you got to do if you want to be a championship team and keep on advancing. And it's the little things you have to do at this time of year. And we had a little struggle with those things most of the time during the course of the year, and that led to a little bit of our inconsistency. But the one thing we did come with, I think, consistency-wise, is the kids played hard and they played tough, and we battled. Our backs were against the wall for a long period of time this year. At least I felt it that way. It was a grind, and every time we had to come up with a win, or every time we had to come up with something to keep ourselves in the hunt, we seemed to do it. So that toughness, that part of it, is something we'll try to build on for next year.
Go ahead.
Go ahead, I can hear you.
Jack, you've had your share of home regionals and away regionals. Can you quantify how much of an advantage maybe it is to be at home, and maybe how tougher it is on the teams that roll in and try to win one of these things on the road?
That's a huge advantage, and that's why you have to play well consistently during the course of the year and get yourself in that position. We're very close. 2 or 3 games during the course of the year make a difference whether we're playing here or playing at home. And so that's something we have to address, and we talk about it all the time, but we got to get a little better in those areas so that we can be hosting at our place. It's difficult to play in front of 8,500 people, and 200 of them are Clemson people, with our tickets, and so it's an advantage to host a regional. There's no question about it. And South Carolina played well, and they did the little things that they had to do, and they pitched well, and that's what took care of the business for them. But it's a big advantage to play at home. There's no question about it.
Back there. Coach, what do you tell guys like Richie Schaefer, Phil Paul, these have been everyday guys for you, helped you get to Omaha a couple years ago? What do you tell them on a night like this with the draft right around the corner and when the end has kind of come?
Well, I can just speaking for myself, this is the most difficult time of the year for me. It's like you're on a fast-moving train, it's going as hard as it can go, and then all of a sudden the tracks end. And I call it the PSD, postseason depression. It's a 2-week period where, you're used to a routine, you're used to going to practice, you're used to seeing the kids every day, you're used to competing, and then all of a sudden it's not there. And other teams are playing, and, there's nothing worse than watching other teams play. But, our kids, there's a lot of parity. If you look around at all the regionals in the country, there's a lot of parity in college baseball today. And the upsets here and there, and people hosting and so forth. So it's not easy. You got to play your best. You can't make mistakes. You got to be right on top of your game. Got to have some few breaks go for you. Got to have some big guys step up, and I think we did. Pitching wise. We had a few guys step up hitting wise, but we just needed a few more. We needed a few more, and so I think what we're going to take from this is that we just got to continually keep on working hard and keep on going back to the drawing board, keep on finding the right chemistry and the right players to get ourselves back where we want to be.
Anything else for Coach Leggett? One more here.
You had talked about going to the drawing board. Is the next couple weeks going to be difficult for you because of the guys you may lose in the draft and both in the lineup and signees as well?
Yeah, I mean it's always hard to lose great kids. It's all the seniors on our baseball team have contributed to our success over the past years and have been an integral part of what this program is all about, and have learned some great lessons along the way, and have continued on with a great tradition that we have in our baseball program at Clemson. So I will miss those guys for sure and what they've contributed, and then the guys that may leave after their junior year, get drafted high enough to move on. They obviously have had some great moments at Clemson and have had some opportunities to put ourselves, to make their mark here at Clemson. So I'm going to miss them as well, and we'll just see how that all shakes out. And we'll, you're always looking and trying to find that right chemistry and that right mix that's going to get you back where you want to go. And so we'll evaluate our team. We'll evaluate, what we're going to do to improve. We'll evaluate what each person in our program has to do to improve and to continue with their spot in our program. And that's what we do every single year. Nothing different this year than any in the past. We'll take a close look at it, try to find out what we got to do to try, to make the improvements we need to make.
Last one over here in front.
Chad, 2 things. Offensive approach today, I know you've talked about it all year, trying to keep the ball flat on the ground. Just wondered what you thought about that. And I think in your TV interview in the game, you said you weren't able to sleep last night. I'm just curious about some of the things you're replaying in your mind and what you might be replaying in your mind again tonight.
Somebody asked me, I guess during the 5th inning, and played late into the night, was it difficult to get up this morning and get it cooking again? And all I said was no, it wasn't hard to get out of bed because I never really got in there. And didn't get much sleep. That's just the way it works. When you're passionate about what you do and you care about what you do and you have pride in what you do, it's always one of those. Losing is is a personal thing to me. Losing is, if you lose a tough ball game, you know, I'm always most interested in our effort. I'm always most interested in our attitude. I'm always most interested in how we carry our program and how we represent our university and our athletic department and our baseball program. And I'm always proud of that. So, you know, that's the one thing that kind of, you know, gives you peace, winning and losing. But still, when you put so much time and effort into it, winning and losing is a big deal. It's a big deal to me. It's a big deal to my coaches. A big deal to our team. A big deal to our baseball program. You know, and in my eyes, the bottom line is how you run your program and how it represents the university and all those kinds of things. And so there's going to be some ups and downs, and winning and losing is not how I ever want to be defined. But at the same time, probably we've won a lot of games, and we're one of the programs that people like to aspire to be and compare themselves to and hope they can be someday. And I take a lot of pride in that. And we've just got to continue to keep on. You know, I'll play this game over and over and over in my mind tonight on the bus ride home, because that's just what I do. And you know, hopefully I'll get it out of my system here in the next, you know, few days and be able to move on and try to figure out what we got to do to keep on, you know, getting into these kinds of arenas to play for Clemson.
All right, thank you.